I'm not seeing it. I know that Small Giant really wanted to work hard on like flipping the elements, but it just...
Hey, thanks so much for checking out the channel. If you're curious about any other hero in Empires and Puzzles, you can view my website at anchorgame.com. There you will find I've graded every single hero with a calibrated team of graders. This resource will always be free. Thinking about supporting the hero grades and the breakdown videos? You're welcome to donate. Otherwise, feel free to share this resource with a friend. I have my exclusive line group called Anchor Cove, where you gain access to myself and tons of other experienced players with on-demand information and resources. If that piques your interest, all that information is on the opening page of my website with a short video. Let me dive into today's hero breakdown.
Hey, thanks so much for checking out the channel. Today we're going to be doing a brand new hero breakdown on Norns. Looks like if you ever need somebody to help you out with your chandelier, she's your girl. She doesn't really see that well, but it looks like she's got things pretty under control. She's got 770 on her attack, 718 on her defense, and 1369 on her health. Statistically about average, nothing too crazy out of the norm, pretty awesome there. She is also running at average speed. She is part of the Valhalla heroes. She gives you an ability for Valheim heroes. This video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. It is a free massive turn-based dark fantasy RPG. To try this game out, all you gotta do, go to the video description, click on the special links. You'll receive 100,000 silver, 1 energy refill, 10 mystery shards, and 1 free champion slasher. All your treasure, it's waiting for you right over here. The mana of all enemies is reduced by 5%, 10%, or 15% when a Valheim hero dies. As far as her actual hero specials goes, she deals 280% damage to the target and nearby enemies. The target and nearby enemies become weak against the element they are strong against for 5 turns. They stay weak against the element they are normally weak against. Kind of a weird situation here. She's going to deal the standard amount of damage. 280% is about the amount of damage that average heroes deal to the target nearby enemies. With her ability though, making it so the target nearby enemies become weak against the element they're strong against for 5 turns. It's just one of those situations to where you're flip-flopping. I'm not seeing it. I know that Small Giant really wanted to work hard on like flipping the elements, but I'm just not seeing it. I don't really see it to being that crazy useful on offense, defense, or against Titans. So let's get through this. When we look at her emblems, she is a sorcerer, which that is encouraging because pretty much the only sorcerer to really use is Ursina, who's taken up the emblems. There's definitely some to go around. When we look at her Titan grade, she is going to get a B- grade. Now I know you're going to say, hey, Anchor, you can go ahead and just set it up so when she goes against that, you can just have the same specials and you run her with using yellow against yellow because then they're weak against yellow because there's the flip-flopping of it. Now here's what I'm going to say to you. It doesn't really help you out that much because you are counting on and relying for her to stay alive, and I think that you can just color stack better in those situations. So for instance, when you're using her against yellow Titans, it's not going to be that effective because you're going to be color stacking yellow and hoping she goes off. Maybe it's useful if you don't have the other colors against a purple Titan or a yellow Titan. Maybe you don't have a whole bunch of purple heroes, so you're just going to use the yellow color stack against her, against them. But it's not really going to be that useful. Maybe you're saying, hey, Anchor, I use this really cool team where I mana her up first and then I mana everybody up. But if you're relying on a hero like that has to stay alive and also has to be mana'd up, it's probably just too cute. So don't do it. But I know some of you are going to do it anyways. So she is going to get a B- on the Titans. Maybe if you're struggling in the department of not really having a bunch of purple or a bunch of heroes to go against purple Titans, so you're going to use your yellow team. Sorry, it's so confusing with the purple and the yellows put together. I'm just not feeling it. Don't do it. It's not good against Titans. When we look at her offensive grade, she is going to get a B on offense. I do see a situation to where maybe they've got a team that you want to use it to where you flip the color stacking, make them weak against your guys. So if they have a bunch of yellow heroes, you want to use your yellow heroes against them. There could be some potential to be using her on offense. It does make them weak for 5 turns, so it'll be interesting. I don't really like her damage. I'm not seeing it. I'm just not seeing. I'm trying really hard. She's going to get a B grade there. When we look at her defensive grade, she is going to get a B as far as a tank grade goes. I think that this might be the only spot for her. She does have pretty good defense, and her health total is pretty decent at 1369. So maybe you could use her, but then you're just making them weak against it. It's just maybe you've got a defensive team of yellow and purple teams, and you want to switch them around and make it so it's just. I think that this would be a lot better if she was in any other color besides purple or yellow, because when they flip, you can't really color stack against it properly. Whereas if you were in green or red or blue, there's that opportunity to kind of manipulate the situation to where you can bring heroes that are going to impact it a bit more. I'm just not seeing it. She is going to get a B grade as far as her tank grade goes. When we look at her flank grade, she is going to get a C grade there. I don't really like her as a flank. Maybe it helps out. She deals 280% damage, but she's pretty much a non-factor then. And then when we look at her wing grade, she's going to get a C grade there. It's just not that great. Don't do it. She's going to get a B minus grade. The only reason why she has any real playability is maybe because she's got pretty good defensive stats. But I'm not a big fan. She is going to get a B minus. This is, again, very close to a C. When we look at her weekly raid grade, she is going to get a B on rush attack. Maybe you're using her in conjunction with other heroes, and you really can exploit with the flipping of the colors. So maybe there is something there. She's going to get a B grade there. When we look at her buff grade, she is going to get a B minus grade. She doesn't really impact the board at all in terms of buff or anything like that. Not a big fan. And then on Bloody Battle, she's going to get a B grade there. Pretty much she gets a bump because she's not healing and she mostly just deals damage and can make them weak against stuff. I'm not a big fan of this hero at all. She is going to get a B minus grade. I think that they need to rework her. She just doesn't really do anything, and the things that she does do don't really impact it too much. With her being in yellow, I would say that that's a case with yellow and purple. If she was in a different color, I think that it might be a little bit different. But with them already counteracting each other, it's kind of that weird situation. So I'm not a big fan. She's going to get a B minus. This is very close to a C grade. Probably should be a C grade. I'm not going to level her up. So thanks so much for watching this content. Please make sure you subscribe, you turn those notifications on, and I'll see you on the next video. Shit, they are now weak against yellow, so you would have to use yellow against yellow for them to become. So you would need to use. I'm trying to break this through so it makes sense.